I started on the Property Council and session in January of 2021. And it's actually been a really exciting and life-giving time to be on the Property Council. And that might sound kind of crazy because the building has been mostly closed to church activities during this time. So you might think that there wouldn't be anything for the Property Council to do, but that actually isn't true. The council and the session have been really embracing the gifts of our building during this time. The GCPC building itself is ministry, and the way that ministry has happened has shifted in some pretty amazing ways during this time.
During the pandemic, the GCPC building was still being utilized by the Children's Center and YTL, Youth Transformed for Life.
The decision to say yes to Youth Transformed for Life during the pandemic was unanimous on the session. Everyone felt strongly that YTL using the building to support learning for kids in the Asheville-Buncombe County Public Schools during this challenging time matches up with our commitment to racial equity. And the session and staff also worked with the Children's Center at Graceland so that they could reopen in a COVID-safe way and provide quality child care for children.
The focus is on child care because we learned that it was essential for us to be in operation, for the parents to get back to work in order to provide the essential services for the community. And so we took the time to open up safely. Although the shift felt unsteady at first, we soon realized that we were on solid ground.
I think the biggest shift for us was in our operations. We now do an incredible amount of cleaning. We have changed our operations to avoid combining children, and we constantly monitor the health of ourselves and the children. All of us agree that the pandemic has brought us together as a work family.
Just the fact that we were able to stay open where a lot of centers haven't been as lucky to do so. And part of it I feel like is we've had a lot of support from Grace Covenant, and I think I speak for the staff and the board in saying that we're very grateful for their support and us being able to use this wonderful space.
We turned the church into, last year when the schools were closed, into a learning center utilizing YTL as the core of it, where we had upwards of 50 to 60 kids in here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 in the morning to 6 o'clock at night.
My work has shifted for YTL during the pandemic by going from the kids being into school and us just having after school here at Grace Covenant to us opening a full virtual learning center during the pandemic. So when we would have them for just a few hours, we wind up having them all day. We touch bases with their teachers. We help them do their work on a day-to-day basis. We have to have enrichment activities for them, come up with different stuff to keep them busy throughout the day. So we went from after school to like a full going out school.
They literally used the whole area from the atrium, fellowship hall, narthex, and the second floor. We had kids from one end to the other, and it was fantastic. Our children's library down there was every day we had kids in there reading the books over there.
Being here at Grace Covenant has been the best for us because it's a safe place. It's right in the middle of everything. So we can go outside, and we have a lot of stuff to do outside and yards to play in, and then people can come to us and we can venture out. So we love it here.
We've had a chance to get some projects done in the building as well, like the enhanced entrance doors, new artwork from a local photographer and artist, and the technology upgrades in the sanctuary to build on what we've learned about worship and community in this time outside the sanctuary.
We were able to get the video screens up, and Micah and Luke and Cliff were extremely helpful in that area, and we're very comfortable that that was a good utilization of money. We have new artwork, we have a new entranceway, we have new signage in the parking area to show where the entrance actually is. We also have put up a new stand in the Memorial Garden for our wind chimes, which had disappeared and had been given by Bob Wells' family. And Cecil Jividen and his family donated the stand, which is a symbolic representation of the oak that used to hold the wind chimes that had to be torn down. The basketball goal was moved to an area that would not put children at risk, which was happening in the parking lot. And it also maintained the honor for the memorial of Mitchell Carlisle, who that basketball goal was given for. Cliff also put some speed bumps into the parking area. We put up new signage. All that is to protect the children, try to slow down that traffic pattern that goes through there in the morning and the afternoon.
I think it's been a great addition to our garden to have one individual leading the process, serving as a point person, and I think that it has allowed us to really step into that garden space more effectively than we have in the past, and to be a little more creative and intentional about that work. And I think that everyone I've talked to has been super excited about Allison stepping into that role, and we're so appreciative of the ability to actually be able to pay someone to serve in that capacity moving forward.
The stewardship you provide, which is amazing when you think about we haven't even been able to be in church since, 19 months. That money is allowing us to do these things. So when we do come back, everything is going to be in place.
In a world that is constantly shifting, it is a blessing to be part of a community which recognizes God's hand in it all. StewardShift is an opportunity for us to infuse all the ministries of GCPC with the capacity to continue to adapt and to thrive. This year, Grace Covenant needs you to renew your pledge at the same level you pledged last year. If you have never pledged before, I hope that this year you shift and make that commitment. Every penny of your gift goes directly to ministry. Pledging is easy to do on Realm. Any questions, please contact Natalie Weaver in the church office.